tall like a lost cedar. Walk the line, camouflage seeker. To the mind, I'm a grim reaper. Finding gold when I dig deeper. Shadow worker, I'm a soul feeder. Glow bearer, a conscious healer. Pain eater, a yoga teacher. Insane reader, I'm a truth seeker. Right waves and I love the feature. People think they wanna be you. They broke, get put together like a piece at IKEA. That's real shit, that's real life. I speak the truth, we elevate, levitate, meditate. Already know. Gotta feel you, cause you resonate. I am attaining my alchemy. Dripping in blessings, I'm proud to be. Speaking my truth loud as can be. Taking up space like a Welcome. I got a few minutes on here. How y'all doing? How did you find me? How did you find me? I'm not easy to find. I'm usually not on the FYP either. But just vibing to some music. I'm gonna be doing a meeting. If you all know me, or if you don't know me, I'm Cancer the Untamed Oracle. I'm not a newbie. Been around for a long time. Been posting content about my spiritual awakening. Really since 2006 when it started. But I have a coven. I do this every year, and I select women to work with. I really got some. I couldn't sleep last night. Anybody else having sleeping issues? I know some of it is the excitement, but I got so much to share. But if you find this live, or if you're watching this replay, because I'm going to try to do the replay. But LIBATE and Chill was something that we created to honor the fact that we are our ancestors in human form, right? So, like, you wouldn't be here if it weren't for them. Their voices, their strength, their resilience, even their ancestral curses, it is flowing through you now. It's meant for you to untame your alchemy. This is why I was playing that song. This is one of the songs that I wrote. I'm going to be sharing more music that I wrote when we meet up in the coven. But I wanted to acknowledge that. And so we created LIBATE and Chill, and we would get together and have meetups. And I would just share whatever was coming to me. In the meetups, you would bring your libations, whatever that may be, whether there's liquor or tea, it's up to you. We would do that, and then I would channel messages and just allow the information to come through me. So if anybody is on here who ever participated in one of those, you know how much fun it was. And at the same time, we was raising our vibration, and that's so necessary right now, because there's so much bullshit going on in the world to keep you vibrating low. Most of the shit that's going on in the world, it wants you to vibrate low, because, and I'm not saying it don't happen, because I had a day this week where I was like, I had a black cloud over top of me. Like, for real. It's no shame in that. That shit happens. When you're here to heal, when you're here, I hope y'all can still hear me. Let me know if any moment that you can't hear me. But when you're here to heal, when you're here to break generational patterns, to end generational curses, you're going to go through intense, extreme ups and downs of melancholy. You're going to have moments where you feel blissful. Like, it's not going to be copacetic every day all the time. Right? And so this is not about always being positive, always being optimistic. But can you ride the waves? You know, can you ride the waves? A lot of the chaos that's happening in the world right now, it's actually here to serve us, especially if you are a neuromelanated, EU melanated being. You can pull from this energy. You can draw in this energy. You don't have to let this energy frustrate you and make you feel like you can't do what you're here to do. Use this energy, okay? Use this energy. Don't let this energy use you. When you start feeling like you're not grounded, When you start feeling like, I hope y'all can still hear me. If anybody in the chat, if you could just let me know if you can hear me or not. But if you can't, if you got to use this energy. A lot of, let's be real, okay? Let's be real for a moment. A lot of us are exhausted from working for corporations, from working a 9 to 5. A lot of us are exhausted from having fucking children and raising kids. It's a lot. We don't have villages anymore. I mean, unless you got a polyamory, polygamous situation and y'all all like helping each other, but that shit rare. Like, we can't even manage our own fucking emotions, more or less trying to invite other lovers into the mix. For the people who can do that and handle that, like, I salute you. I think it's amazing that you can do that if you're doing it and it's actually healthy. But that's not the situation. So a lot of us out here, whether we're single parents or in relationships, they're trying to put pressure on us. They putting the pressure on us. This whole SNAP benefit situation, the engineering of food, these recalls. Y'all really think this shit is just happening? We have never had so many recalls before, ever. So this is happening to put pressure on us. But when you apply pressure to a carbon-based being, they become a fucking diamond. And this is the time now. This is the time now to use this energy for your benefit. The so-called powers that be and the people who are making these decisions and all of these different agendas, Agenda 2030, transhumanism, Agenda 2045, the smart cities. Like, for those of us that know, we know. And so now that you know, now that you no longer are living blissfully ignorant, there is some uncomfortable shit that comes with awakening, where you have to be aware of this shit and it even be around people who aren't aware of it and they're still living in blissful ignorance. And I have sometimes felt envious. Sometimes I have missed the days before I knew the truth. And I'm sure some of y'all can relate. But I want to speak to, the feminine right now, because you are the key. Fellas, like, y'all got work to do too. We got to heal our feminine. We got to heal our relationship with Mama Earth. We got to heal our lineage. A lot of us had mothers who was traumatized. Like, they went through shit that they never talked about, but it embedded itself in us for us to heal that. And unfortunately, because of the way the 3D matrix set up, the way we socially adapted, a lot of men aren't safe spaces for women to land. And they probably want to be. They probably really would like to be, but haven't gotten there yet. Because there's been so many, and this is not me making excuses. This is fact. It's been so much that's been against us. They don't want us united. But this is the time now for men to step up. Men who have financial stability, for women who are single mothers, and women who may or may not be able to get food and things like that. Like, this is the time for men to step up. She ain't got to be your girl. Them kids ain't got to be yours to help out. Like, this shit is happening as a test to see, okay, what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna do something different? Y'all gonna keep complaining about they and what the red and the blue people doing, who really is the same party? It's just two wings of the same fucking bird. What you gonna do? This is a test. This is just a test. That's all that it is. And so for me, your body, don't forget the importance of your body. Your body is the living altar. And how you treat your body. They know a lot of people are becoming more conscious and are choosing foods in a more conscious way. They are aware of that. And they're also aware of what the fuck happens when people start eating consciously. I shaded Dr. Sebi. Like, he obviously was a threat to what they were gonna do. Then Left Eye, she went and learned. Of course, she was going to bring that back. That shit was going to be in her music. It was going to be in her conversations, her interviews, her lifestyle, everything. Then Aaliyah, she went to the islands She started studying the spiritual root of things. Of course, that was going to be infused in everything that she created. Then you got Nipsey Hussle. He got on board. If that was his goal. Like, every time people dedicate themselves to this, and Nipsey was trying to bring the gangs together and stop a lot of the violence. You know, some people need violence to feel superior. And that's what this is. So don't let this confuse you and make you feel like the work that you've been doing don't matter. Because it do. It really do fucking matter. Last night, I woke up at 4 a.m. Actually, it was like 3:44. And I'm like, here we go. Okay. All right. I'm irritated. I know I got to get up in a couple of hours. I got to do the whole thing. But, okay, Spirit, let me know what's up. I'm up for a reason. I'm listening. Right? And so, if this happens to you, what you can do is, as you're laying there or sitting there, sometimes you just choose to go ahead and get up when you can't go to sleep. But when this happens to you, do your breath work while you laying there. Do the box breaths. That's 4-4-4. 4-4-4 in my Memphis accent, but 4-4-4. I'm speaking with English as correct as possible. But do the box breath. Y'all stop playing with your breath. Your breath gives birth to you every time you take one. So we're being reborn every moment. But if you're not consciously aware of that, if you don't understand the technology of your own body, the ancestral intelligence that's inside of your body, they're going to keep you on a fucking treadmill. You are constantly chasing things that you desire because you don't know that you're the key. You don't know that your magnetism can attract these things to you. So when this is happening, if you are waking up in the witching hour, and today just so happened to be Halloween, I think, ain't today Halloween? Is today Halloween, y'all? I don't even be keeping up with the calendar. Yeah, today Halloween, and Halloween just so happened to fall on a Friday. You reverse 31, you got 13. That's a lucky day. This is a lucky day. They switched up everything to be opposite of what it really is. So do your breath work, box breaths. Inhale for 4. Don't play with this. Hold it for 4. Exhale for 4. And leave the breath out of your body for 4 seconds before you take the next inhale. 4-4-4. It's so simple. Your body technology is being amplified by 3-Eye Atlas. I made a quick little post that might have got 10 views because, you know, the shit that I say just be so inaccurate. It provides no type of anything to be helpful, right? But I posted it and I said that scientists are baffled as to why this meteor is spraying water. It's water spraying out of the meteor. Like, how does that even sound? Don't even make sense. Can you imagine where that water came from? Because I can. And if I'm not mistaken, it entered into our part of the galaxy from Ophiuchus, which represents the serpent, which represents wisdom. This is the year of the 9 in Chinese astrology, the year of the snake. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I'm putting y'all on game. Tap into your body. When you feel overwhelmed, do your breath work. If life been lifing, if people been trying you, if money just been acting funny, like whatever been happening in your life, if your physical body like just don't feel the same, if you tired and more tired, and no matter how much you sleep, you still tired, like do the breath work. Keep it simple. Commit to one thing. Because I'm going to be real with y'all. I love the videos where people are doing the light language that I call mother tongue activations. I love that. That's like fucking phenomenal. You know, when I speak in light language, should be really, really popping off. So I don't just use it like it's sacred. But you still got to do the work, because what other people are doing to assist you, if you don't do the work for yourself, you're not going to reap the benefits of this. We just got to get on the other side of this. I know it's looking bad right now, but them particles that's being sprayed out on top of the plasma that's coming from the sun and the solar flares, on top of that, 3-Eye Atlas been stationed behind the sun. The perihelion just so happened to have been last night, meaning it reached the closest point to the sun. It's fueling up. It is gassing itself up to prepare for what's about to happen. This is not a coincidence. This is not a coincidence. I'm telling you that these devices that we're using were created based off the technology of our body. And there is a link between the two. But you need to be tapping into your ancestral intelligence. So that's why tomorrow, for those of you that have already been accepted into the coven, when you see that Kempson is live, if you just got to pull away for a quick moment and jump on there and just mute yourself, go ahead and jump in that meeting. I'm telling y'all, it's about to go down. I don't even know exactly what's about to happen, but join the coven meeting. I'm going to do a pop-up meeting. We will be doing activations. I put a quiz on there for you to take so that you can see which exile goddesses are summoning you. This is the work that must be done, because it is the feminine principle that is the main foundation, which is the principle of creation. All ancient indigenous cultures knew this. But so many women right now are in situations where they're having to be strong all the fucking time. They're having to operate like men, be productive, protect themselves, protect them kids, protect their feelings, just protect. We've been having to be men. And it's exhausting. And it's leading to so many women so young losing their lives. And guess what? Any man that ever participated in causing that woman harm, he inherits a really deep level of karma into his life. The universe does not give two fucks about whether or not you got the opportunity to learn and be emotionally regulated. The universe operates off of laws. It's cause and effect. So if any of the effects that's happening with women was created by men in their lives who were unaligned, misaligned, and toxic, they're going to be held accountable for that. So it don't benefit neither one of us to operate with division, divisiveness, being toxic and hurtful to one another. And if we just really keep it a buck, my message is not that of completely decentralize the masculine and the necessity of him. We need our men. We need our men to be warriors and chiefs again. We need our men to be aligned with their divinity. Our children need that. A lot of the shit that's happening in this world would not be happening if men were able to hold that space. The sexiest thing in the world is an emotionally regulated man. It is not a car. It is not how much money you make. It is not what your house look like. It is none of that. We're on a whole different planet right now. This is a new earth. That's why shit's so crazy. Because when you switch algorithms from one timeline to the other, the people who are sitting up at the top, I'm going to tell you how to join the coven, okay? The people who are sitting at the top, they know chaos magic. They know what it is. Whether you study Kabbalah or anything else, I have studied everything I can get my hands on. I'm telling you, the way the feminine is treated determines how your life looks. It determines how reality looks. It determines how the world looks. I've been screaming this shit from the mountaintops. If we want to have transformation, that's what has to happen. So I'm doing a couple of things. I'm putting in a lot of effort. I'm putting in a lot of what I have learned into the coven. And for some reason, men seem to be attracted to me and my content. It's that let me know that man really wants to change and grow, because I don't be being easy on y'all. I don't be being easy on y'all. I be telling y'all the fucking truth. And if you a spiritually activated man who's still emotionally dysregulated, you're causing problems. You're creating unnecessary problems for women and for children and for the world. You will be held accountable for that. If you are not held accountable for that in this lifetime, it will pass on to your next incarnation until you finally get the lesson. So the key to a lot of this is how we operate in our relationship dynamics. And this is not just romantic relationship dynamics, but especially romantic relationship dynamics. And for those of you who got people in your life who are toxic, I'm working on another handbook. I already got one where you can stop people in their tracks. I'm talking about disarm, de-escalate them without hardly any effort. I tell you exactly what the fuck to say to shut them down. It ain't gonna be no arguments. I don't do none of that. I can't even remember the last time I had an argument. I don't do it. When you reach a certain level of emotional intelligence, you learn how to move energy. Some people call it manipulation. Some people call it witchcraft. I call it emotional intelligence. You're either making shit worse or you're making shit better. So how you join the coven, the link is in my bio and the link is in every video on YouTube. This is how you join the coven. And I need you all, if you have not already done it, take the quiz. Listen to me. I have been working with Lilith, Sekhmet, Isis, Hecate, Yemaya, Oshun, Kali, Baravi, China Master, Chamundi, and the list goes on for years. And I've been compiling what they have been teaching me. The shit just be blowing my mind. And it be so simple. You want to learn how to embody that energy. Because a lot of us who came here to change the world, we are afraid to step into our authentic selves because nothing around us seems like it's going to make room for that. You don't wait on the world to make room for you. You kick the motherfucking door down by being you. That's how that shit go. I'm not waiting on the world. I don't give a fuck what people think or say about me. I don't give a fuck about any of that. When I stopped giving so much energy to that and letting people live rent-free in my mind became my servant. And that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be in service to me, not working against me. Lilith was the one that taught me that my boundaries was fucked up. Because I tried to be nice. It was the only way I knew to be safe. So living in survival mode, that's the 4 F's. Fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Which ones do you do? And how often do you do them? That's what's going to create your reality. The people who are making these decisions, all of these natural disasters that seem like more like artificial disasters, all of this shit that's happening, they feed off of the energy of the collective. That's how much you fucking matter. When you're doing breath work, you're impacting the grid in your area. Everywhere I go, I'm leaving energy behind to transform the energy. Everywhere that I go, everywhere that my feet touch, I'm a divine being. So the ground that I touch is sacred. You can't have this mindset unless you have things that you do every single day that anchor you in that mindset, because the 3D matrix is going to fuck with you. The 3D matrix is going to do everything it can to make you feel like you're not powerful, you're not capable. That's its job. It's trying to hold on. It needs our fear. It needs our despair. When I heard about the SNAP benefits and all of that happening, I was like, oh, okay, I know exactly what this is. I had already predicted and been talking about it. So I need y'all to look at yourself in the mirror and start getting comfortable. We in Scorpio season. It's all about transformation, death, and rebirth. It's time for you to bury the old you. Start getting comfortable with who you are. If you are into doing rituals and ceremonies, meditations, breath work, use it. Now, I'm someone who has very openly studied and learned so many things that I'm not being permitted to talk about right now, because a lot of people don't yet understand the technology of the body, which includes bodily fluids and ways to use them to benefit you. This is why I have the coven, because I want to keep the information as sacred. And so we're going to meet up. I was shocked when I saw how many people was in the coven last night. Just so happened to wake up 3:44 a.m. I was like, let me check the coven. And it was so many people in there and so many pending memberships. I was like, whoa, like what? Wait a minute. I think that I was sleeping on y'all. Because I was like, people not about this life. People not going to be devoted. People going to have every excuse and every reason why they can't do this and can't do that. Y'all, if anybody got reasons and excuses to not be able to be committed and devoted to something, it's me. If you're new to me, I have been very transparent about my health issues. I got a lot of shit going on. You know, and to have sickle cell anemia and then get diagnosed with thyroid cancer on top of that, and then you just got black mold out the house and then you got to get it out the body. Them just 3 of the things that I have going on. Why the fuck am I still sitting here breathing? Type shit going on. I get up every day. I cook fresh food 3 times a day, healthy food. Like, I put in so much work planning, budgeting around our food, because like I'm about that life. Like every aspect of me. And I don't show y'all everything. It takes too much energy to be trying to record every aspect of my life and show everybody. Because I'm not trying to prove shit to nobody. I done did this for a long time. My energy speaks for itself. And so if I can do this, y'all can do this. This is the reason why I put in my soul contract to go through all of this shit. So people could look at me and be like, you know what? If she can do it, I can do it too. And I'm not saying that there's nobody out there whose situation may not be more challenging than mine. That may be the case. But I'm proof that it can be done. And it's all about the simplicity and making it easy. You got to keep your vibration up so that you don't get sucked into the sunken place. This is a purge that is happening right now. People who are undiagnosed schizophrenia, who are undiagnosed bipolar, undiagnosed ADHD, undiagnosed depression, undiagnosed autism. Like most of the people that we know, grew up with, went to school with, had relationships with, they got one or the other or several. But mental health had never really been something that we really put a lot of energy into and focused on. And I get it. They don't make it easy. It's expensive, it's time consuming, and it can make you feel a way about yourself. And this is why the whole conversation around self-love is so important, because before you do shadow work, you need self-love. But when I tapped into the code, when the goddesses started coming to get me on the astral realm and teach me shit, and I will wake up and look it up and find out that these were ancient ceremonies and rituals I was participating in that never was in my conscious mind. My whole YouTube spiritual journey is there. Y'all can go and watch it for yourself. So when I say I got the codes, I got the codes. I'm going to do more than one coven. Show up tomorrow. If for any reason I can't show up tomorrow, I will let y'all know. Sign up for my free email newsletter so that you get all the updates at untamedsouls.com. That link is in the bio. You can go there and make sure that you are signed up so that you will know. Because I'm telling you, when I show up, shit happens. Absolutely. And a lot of it is because I have left my body several times and rewrote my soul contract and came back into this body. That my DNA don't even spin the same. My shit's spinning in reverse. And that's what happens when you have a near-death experience. And this is why a lot of cultures have plant medicine ceremonies where they have these near-death experiences. They're simulating death. So for somebody who has already went through that, it's a certain level of access to the Akashic records that I get. So sign up for that. untamedsouls.com. You will also get a free ebook. Before 3-Eye Atlas was even a thing, I was working on an ebook called Harnessing the Power of Your Third Eye, of Your Sixth Sense. And that's a free ebook that you will get as soon as you sign up on the website. Now, I got 4 more books that I'm going to be dropping. I'm going to drop one at a time because I want to be able to make content and teach what's in the book throughout the process. Don't sleep on these books. Don't let the numbers, like, I appreciate those of you who be tapping in because you recognize real. You recognize the energy. Use this information and tap into this. The veil is so thin today. So some answers you've been needing, some breakthroughs that you've been needing, start tapping in. Spend some time by yourself. Cut your phone off. A lot of us can't even sit in silence for that long. Like we've been trained and brainwashed to not be able to sit in silence. Because in silence, you hear the whispers of spirit. So this is why I said do the breath work. Breath is birth. Every time you take a breath, there is a rebirth happening inside of you. Right? So use that. I've already given you something. I'm not going to give anything else here. I'm just going to give you that because I want y'all to have y'all own breakthroughs. Start tapping into the technology of your body. It's a lot of people that's dealing with chronic illness right now. And the reason a lot of us is dealing with chronic illness is because we're here to have these breakthroughs. And chronic illness, chronic fatigue, burnout, family trauma, all of this shit go hand in hand. But it's meant to be a catalyst. We are chaos magicians that haven't evolved yet enough to learn how to use this energy. So when disasters happen and catastrophes happen, this energy can be there to support you. It can be there for you to alchemize it. This is why I have a bar in the song where I talk about being able to go into the shadows and bring back gold. Can you cut the lights off, light a candle tonight, stand in the bathroom mirror and just stare at yourself? Can you do that? If you can do that, do that. Until you start to see your face shapeshift. It might take 5 minutes, 3 minutes. Sometimes the more you practice and the more open you are to let your third eye show you what you can't see with your 2 eyes. But stand there until you start seeing something change in your face. And it usually starts with your eyes. We got to be in touch with our shadow self. No transformation is going to ever happen unless you're able to look at your dark side without judgment. Because your shadow self in parts, and like in psychology, when they talk about parts and fragmentation, the shadow self is actually a part of you to be trying to protect you. So all them coping mechanisms and all that juking and shit you be doing and deflecting and all of them different ways that you try to avoid accountability and arguing with people and fight or flight, freeze or fawn, codependency, people pleasing, any coping mechanism that we use to try to feel safe, that shit don't work no more. And it has an instant backlash in the universe because the universe is changing its energetic currency. The energetic currency is going to be based off our emotions. What your life look like will be based off of your emotions. So we were inside of the container on the old earth for a certain period of time. And that's why the shit that we could do back then, we could do it and get away with it. You can't do it no more. You're meant to become an emotional master. So stare in the mirror and look at yourself. Don't judge what come up. You could be a beautiful woman and you might see something that looks like a fucking dragon looking back at you. If you can see that and not have judgment for that, because when we release judgment and when we release criticism and we become childlike in our perception, that's when we become true masters of our reality, co-creators of our life. So this is how you do this, okay? Now, you know, teaching is something that I love to do. Thank you for the likes and the hearts and the shares and everything that y'all got going on over there. Like I said, I always be like, how did you find me? Because I'm not easy to find. I don't be on nobody FYP like that. But use these two things while the veil is thin. Because I feel like I'm speaking to people who don't want to play no more. And like you're serious about, you don't want to repeat the same mistakes your parents made and so forth and so forth. It's something in your life that you're ready to let go of. It's something in your life that you're ready to change. It's something in your life that you're ready to welcome. Just 2 days ago, I could barely walk. I woke up in so much pain, I could barely move. And the somatic exorcism, which is one of the first teachings in the COVEN that's already there, that's how I was able to start back walking again. So I'm not all about talking about this shit and I'm not actually doing it and living it. And I'm telling y'all, the ancestral intelligence lives in the body. And it is ready to awaken. All right? So I'm gonna play some high vibe music before we leave and finish taking care of my business in the rest of the day. But really listen to the words of this song. Like, let this song motivate you to do what I told you to do. Let me know if y'all can hear that.
Higher, I take you higher. I got this sacred, that sacred fire. We break the matrix, we burning brighter. Higher, higher, higher. I take you higher. You know I got this. You know I got this sacred fire, this sacred fire. I break the matrix, I'm burning brighter. Focus my thought, I be on time and space. The light in the dark is like leather and lace. I pray for this life to be awake. Hip to the nose, forget gravity. Releasing what's heavy when I meditate. Removing the mask cause I do not do fake. Raised in the trauma, been breaking away. Chanting my mantras with Kuda Kool-Aid. Making a choice to bring power to me. I gotta chase, I attract into me. I do every day on the daily, you see. The negative thoughts, they be bowing to me. I am untaming my alchemy. Dripping in blessings, I'm proud to be. Speaking my truth, loud as can be. Taking up space like a masterpiece. Higher, higher, higher. I take you higher. You know I got this. You know I got this sacred fire. This sacred fire. I break the matrix. I'm burning brighter. I be the leader. card reader. Shit, I'm far deeper, squad leader. I got odd features, God features. I'm real different, this broad sweeter. I'm a peacekeeper, not a mob leader. I'm a heart reader, that's a heart beater. Standing tall like a large cedar. Walk the line, camouflage seeker. To the mind, I'm a grim reaper. Finding gold when I dig deeper. Shadow worker, I'm a soul feeder. Globe beater, Akashic seer, pain meter. Hayoka teacher, insane reader. I'm a true seeker, I'm riding waves, loving the sea feature. People think they wanna be I've been broken, put together like a piece, like IKEA. That's real shit, it's real life. I speak the truth, we elevate, we levitate, mediate. You already know that I feel you on a soul level, we resonate. You already know that I feel you on a soul level, we resonate. You already know that I feel you on a soul level, we resonate. Higher, 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 yeah.
So at the LIBATE Hill, I will be playing more of my music. Like I said, it's just in a sacred container right now, but that's the shit that we own. That's what we working with. I'm infusing this in everything that I do because I did not come here to play. I came to break the matrix. All right, y'all. Peace.